February 25th episode of Monday Night Raw. Dispatched. Roman Reigns came out to a huge ovation. He was so emotional the crowd chanted "Welcome back" and "Thank you, Roman." Roman said he missed the fans and there was no other fan base like them. He is a man of faith and always knew God would look out for him. But he had to admit he was scared in October. He didn't know if he wanted to share the news with the world. It was important to young wrestlers to win titles and climb the ladder, but he was grateful just to get in the ring and would use this platform to support those in need just like he was. He is here for the update. He would swing for the fences, but he did better than that as he hit a home run. The good news is he is in remission. The crowd erupted in cheers and then he said the big dog is back. This was a great news to hear and start Monday Night Raw. Just like the fans and the crowd, I think we can say everyone in the wrestling business is just so happy that Roman Reigns is doing better now. Aleister Black and Ricochet defeated the tag team champions, the Revival, in a quick match. I guess we got 4 new challengers for the tag team titles now. Last week it was Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, and this week is Aleister Black and Ricochet. Charlie Caruso asked Baron Corbin backstage about him making light of Roman Reigns' leukemia back in October and wondered how he would react if he saw Roman Reigns. Corbin said he was stressed out at the time and nobody, not even Roman Reigns, could understand what he was going through. He hoped that for Roman Reigns' sake, they don't cross paths. Elias was in the ring for a performance, but before he could do anything, Lacey Evans interrupted. She did her normal walk to the ring and walked back. Then Elias was about to start again, but this time Dean Ambrose interrupted. Dean Ambrose said he was in a good mood today and all the celebration made him reminisce about the past. He wanted a rematch against Drew McIntyre and it should be a no disqualification. Elias then tried to attack with the guitar, but Dean Ambrose ducked and gave him a dirty deeds. Ronda Rousey and Natalya vs Ruby Riott and Sarah Logan ended when Becky Lynch showed up and attacked Natalya. Then on the outside we saw Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. They were about to fight, but the officials separated them, and because of that Becky Lynch got arrested. Stone Cold Becky Lynch had to strike again. After the break we saw Ronda Rousey calling out Vince McMahon. Stephanie McMahon came out instead. Ronda Rousey asked Stephanie to reinstate Becky Lynch. Stephanie said she just saw Becky Lynch get arrested and loaded into a police car. Ronda Rousey didn't care and wanted her reinstated. Stephanie said it wasn't that easy and her opponent at WrestleMania is still Charlotte Flair. Ronda Rousey replied it should be a triple threat match and the first ever women's main event at WrestleMania. Stephanie McMahon said no. And at the end Ronda Rousey said it was time for them to make the tough decision and the right decision. She dropped the title belt at Stephanie McMahon's feet and left the ring. This was a perfect time to announce the match being a triple threat match because the crowd was chanting triple threat, but they didn't do it. I guess we have to wait later and see what's gonna happen, in this feud. If you ever had to do an audible and do some tweaks because of the fans' reaction, this was the perfect time to do so. But WWE, I think they're just gonna stick to their plans. Kurt Angle defeated Jinder Mahal. Then we saw a moment of bliss with the guest being Finn Balor. Alexa Bliss said bye Ronda and hoped the red carpet that WWE rolled out for her didn't hit her on the way out. And she hoped to take her place at WrestleMania. I don't think it's gonna happen. Finn Balor came out. Alexa Bliss congratulated him on beating Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush to win the Intercontinental title. She said there was just one problem. The belt covers his abs. And said, "You show me your abs and I'll show you." Lio Rush interrupted. I mean, that motherfucker didn't have any other timing to come out. She was about to say, "I'm gonna show you my boobies," but we didn't get that. Anyways, Finn Balor retained the Intercontinental title against Lio Rush in a good match. Backstage we saw the Ascension making fun of Otis Dozovic in front of Tucker Knight. They called him a pig and noted that he doesn't have a neck. Otis showed up, Tucker told him what the Ascension said about him, then Otis shoved them both into some equipment boxes. I love Otis, so whatever he does, it's fine. Bobby Lashley versus Braun Strowman. The match didn't happen as Strowman took care of both of them and that was that. Drew McIntyre defeated Dean Ambrose in a no disqualification match after an interference from Elias. Then we saw Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley coming out. They beat Dean Ambrose until Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns came out and cleaned house for the save. It was nice to see Roman Reigns in action, even if it was for a little bit. When they left, they stood on the ramp and looked at Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose was kind of shook about this. If I had to make a prediction, I think we're going to see a Shield reunion very soon, maybe at Fastlane or WrestleMania. I guess until then, they will still have a contract with Dean Ambrose. Then, in a surprise, we saw Bayley defeating Nia Jax in a singles match. Look, I've been praising Nia Jax's demeanor lately, but that doesn't mean she needs to win the tag team titles. Please. Ric Flair's 70th birthday celebration. The roster was standing on the stage, and Triple H with Stephanie McMahon, they came out and introduced Shawn Michaels, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who chopped everyone on his way out, Kurt Angle, and Sting. Triple H then introduced Ric Flair. We hear his music, however, he doesn't show up. They cut to the back, where we see Batista dragging a cameraman, and poor cameraman, he was in bad shape being pulled. So Batista goes inside Ric Flair's dressing room, he drags him out, looks into the camera, and tells, "Hey Hunter, do I have your attention now?" He screams. Triple H runs to the back and finds Ric Flair laying there with some officials, but Batista was nowhere to be found. This was fucking fantastic. Batista versus Triple H, it seems like it's happening. I don't know how Triple H can recover from his injury, but it seems like the match is gonna happen at WrestleMania. With that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Press a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, it will help me a lot, and you can check similar content like this here on the side. Take care, guys.